Hi, welcome to our channel DC42 Reddit. Is the relationship between my little brother 18M and my cousin 19F weird? My cousin is visiting from overseas and staying at our place. It's been about 4 years since we've last met. It makes sense that her and my little brother would get along the most since they're closer to age, but lately they've been getting a bit too close. They hold each other, snuggle with each other, lean against each other, and lately she's been sleeping with him in his room, when we've set up her own room to sleep in. I've stopped hanging around them because it was too uncomfortable. One night I was chilling with them in my lil bro's room. I was on his PC at his desk and they were on his bed behind me. All I could hear was them whispering to each other. When I took a glance back, they were leaned up against each other with legs over each other watching something on their phone. I don't want to say it's fishy or something, but it is strange. Am I wrong for feeling uncomfortable? Or is this relationship truly weird, which would prompt me to speak with them? It sounds like there definitely is something fishy going around in the family abode. That's not right thing to do. If they doing something, they are cousin. You should stop them or tell it to your parents and her parents. How about you folks? What advice you can give to OP? And now here's a comment from Reddit community. From BFFV Nenton. Maybe you should speak with your brother. Like, bro, don't stick your wee-wee on family. And you can tell your cousin that turning your back on your family is bad. Coming up next is a new story. My 31M, ex, 27F, is engaged to a 21 years old 3 months after she left. How can I save our co-parenting relationship? Me, 31M, and my ex, 27F, mutually decided to split up about 6 to 7 months ago after a 7-year relationship. We have one son together, and she has a daughter from a previous relationship. It ended amicably and friendly, and she and the kids stayed living with me in my mortgaged house for 4 further months. In this time, I paid for all of the bills and food. She only contributed by paying the internet bill and Netflix. I was okay with this at the time, as it's how it had always been for 7 years. I was used to it. During this separated living together situation, we still got on well and watched movies and things, and had sex a handful of times. She made new friends at work, one of whom was a 21YO guy whom she said nothing romantic was happening with. She was quite an insecure person and would periodically say things to me along the lines of, "I hope you don't get with anyone as soon as I move out." Well, after 4 months of cohabiting, surprisingly well, I do all I can to assist her moving into her new house with the kids. We agreed on a co-parenting and child support arrangement, and I now have my son every weekend. I agreed with her statements of not getting with anyone straight away. It was a 7-year relationship and would be quite raw and hurtful to the other person for me to jump into another one straight away. 1 week after she moved out, she is in a full-blown relationship with the 21YO from work. I can put 2 and 2 together. Obviously, that was blossoming all the while I was accommodating her and paying her bills. Another week later, she sat me down in her new house to tell me she wants nothing to do with me and to stop texting her as a friend, text only regarding our son. For the next 3 months, she'd keep asking me to assist her during her time with our son, despite not wanting anything to do with me, and changing child collection days every single week, sometimes hours beforehand, causing problems for my plans. And I'd just go along with it. It's now 3 months after she moved out, and she's gotten engaged to this 21YO guy. The soul-crushing sadness and disgrace toward her that I now feel is something I can't seem to shake, and the co-parenting relationship has completely broken down because of this string of events, which is terrible for the children. I've let her know I won't be helping her with her own issues anymore, only my son's, and that she's not entitled to my time, which didn't go down well with her. How can I proceed with her moving forward to save our co-parenting relationship for the kids? And how can I start pulling myself out of the shock, sadness, disrespect, and disgust I feel about what has happened? Thank you. TLDR. 7-year relationship ends amicably. We have a son together. She continued living with me for a few months, and I paid all of her bills. She tells me not to get with anyone as soon as she moves out. Hypocritically, she moves out. And 1 week later, she's in a relationship with a 21-YO. 2 weeks later, she says she wants nothing to do with me, not even friends, but continues to ask me to help her with her problems, which I stupidly obliged to. 3 months later, and she is now engaged to this 21-YO. I feel soul-crushing sadness about this quick and very insensitive string of events. How can I proceed with her moving forward to save our co-parenting relationship for the kids? And how can I start pulling myself out of the shock, sadness, disrespect, and disgust I feel about what has happened? Here's an advice for OP from Jackson Love 3. I definitely recommend getting a legal custody agreement in writing. Petition for 50-50 custody and get child support in writing as well. Could she be the type of person to try and withhold your son from you because she's not getting all the perks she was before? Just to be spiteful and vindictive? She definitely seems to have taken advantage of you for the last several months. Definitely also stop doing anything that benefits her. Keep everything strictly about your son and what's best for him. As far as getting yourself through this, you're just going to have to take it one day at a time. Don't engage with her unless needed for your son. Focus on yourself and being the best dad you can. When you're ready, consider dating yourself someday, but don't rush it. That's all for today, folks. See you on next post.